What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Axelon here from Enthusiasts.com. Today, we're playing Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I played this game when it first came out. I don't have fond memories of this game, but because I'm doing the entire Assassin's Creed series, well, over time, at any rate, I've already done the first game, the Ezio games, those random side-scroller games, which could have been better, and, Unity. That's the one I did. I figure let's go ahead and knock out number 3 as well. Start new game. No. Yeah, whatever, Desmond, whatever.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up. Or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously.
Oh yeah, so,
Maybe
fair warning. This introduction
ahead of myself.
is
Better to
so
start
long.
at the beginning with the abduction of Desmond Miles.
And this, like, first
This boy
tutorial
had no
level
ambition, no direction,
is
no
so
plans
long.
for the future. What he did have was
Like,
a heritage,
one reason
he
I
chose
went back to
deny.
Assassin's Creed 3
It nearly
is because
cost him
I
his
want
life.
to see if Mass Effect
He was captured and
Andromeda's
imprisoned.
tutorial
Those
level
who
is
took him
longer than
believed
this
he
one.
could help them
'Cause
find
it's
something.
close.
The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of
I think AC3 still
bits of
takes it
ancient
though.
technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond.
AC3
You know
does
them
have
as
more
absurd
expression in
industry.
people's faces, I do
We know
believe,
them as
though,
the
so
Templars.
trade-off.
As the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus.
Ezio! Hey,
It allows us
Ezio!
to
You're making me the
experience the
pizza.
lives of our ancestors.
It was
It
very
holds the
delicious.
power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand.
You stab at the Templars.
Something larger than the
They bleed
assassins
all over
and
the place.
Templars is approaching.
Why you no clean up?
Bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it,
I
these
love
next few
Ezio.
weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him.
Desmond I'm not so
Desmond.
fond of,
Through the
although
Animus, he discovered his
I never
heritage,
thought I'd say
explored
this,
the
but
lives
I
of his
liked
ancestors,
Desmond
and
more
uncovered
than
their
I liked the
secrets.
current,
When that
like,
was done,
modern
he
day
trained.
Assassin's
He
Creed
used
plot.
another
Like,
ancestor
Desmond
to
was
provide
better.
decades of experience
And
in
I
the span
hate
of a few
Desmond.
days. It worked.
It kills me that I have to admit that he's better than what they're doing
Soon
now
those
because I
who will
hate
know
him
that
so
ominous
much.
date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012.
He's so
None of
boring.
us knows what it'll bring, only that this is
So
where they
yeah, this
want us
game
to
was made
be.
during the big 2012 Mayan calendar crisis. World's
They've
going
been
to
guiding
end
us in a
somehow.
fractured, frustrating way. These voices
And
from
yeah,
the first
aliens
civilization,
or first
the ones who came
advanced
before,
civilizations,
precursor race
Assassin's
of
Creed
immense
plot,
power
blah
and
blah blah blah
uncertain
blah.
motives. They're the ones who made the
Like
pieces.
personally, like I know some people like really care
This is
about
where
the
they
modern day
led him.
storyline. I
Through
don't.
him, us.
Like I just want to play
He
like the
stands at
historical
the
stuff
entrance
because that's
to this long
mostly
lost
what
place, armed
each
with the
individual
knowledge
game is about.
Altair and the abilities of Ezio.
Like the modern day
He holds
stuff,
in
I
his
always saw
hands
as like a
the
little
apple of
framework.
Eden,
Like
and
this is
we
how you're
stand at
exploring
his
the
side,
past.
ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Hooray! Can't control anything.
We're here.
Okay, Alarak, thanks. Or Q, as Star Trek fans know him.
Let's go.
Look at these improved graphics. Must walk slowly, no choice. I wonder if it goes in this apple-sized hole.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Oh, so edgy. Alice in Wonderland quotes. Still can't run. Now I can run. Look, another cutscene! Honestly, they should have just made this one big cutscene.
I think we're here.
Because we're about to do all the tutorial stuff in the Animus anyway, so... Whee! Whee! And look, another cutscene. That looks very much like the Mass Effect Andromeda Remnant technology, the little, like, blocky cubes that glow green. Totally Remnant tech. Or maybe, you know, people need to stop making ancient alien technology, like, black and green. What about a fuchsia? Yeah, maybe like a gray and fuchsia. Prothean stuff look like this too, kind of. Mass Effect.
You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, the light is so bright.
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Desmond. While we were visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
I walk and you can run. Tutorials.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Yay, tutorials. So, Assassin's Creed 3 was the first game where they simplified the controls a little bit, which might prove to be a bit irritating,
This little obstacle course.
depending on how much my muscle memory fights me on this, because I'm used to the AC2 controls.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is
Okay.
jump the gap.
Jump the gap. Come on, face the right way. There we go. Alright, just gotta climb up the thing. Hop over some chimneys. Iron Man landing. There we go.
Synchronization levels look good now.
And now
Should
we're
be able to
British.
Build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Sir, everything all right, sir?
You don't see the world?
Fine.
It's like pixels everywhere.
Just preoccupied.
It's
that's all.
preoccupied by all the
Get your
pixels.
invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Start mission.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Can't run, but I can fast walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
2 dozen eggs, sugar, butter, vanilla.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Stand aside.
My apologies.
Important person coming through.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then.
It's amazing how much more expressive AC3 is. Eagle Vision. There he is.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
Double capacity, both against roads and
I already have.
it is but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by them.
Sir, like more that sick word of trial comes on in the afternoon.
So yeah, this sequence here, there's no way
1,000 pardons.
this is stealthy.
So sorry. My apologies.
Sit down.
Tom Gaggs, sir, is found guilty.
No lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not mention
No. Climb the thing.
death without
There we go.
pay. I may mention them all.
So here we go. We're like Spider-Man, like all over this opera house. Somehow, like no one notices this at all.
I can get more by her staying in.
Plenty have brought more goods into our lot here than any 5 of the game. And in truth, 'tis a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the game take her off. She made me the common course of business. Leave her 12
Like, what about, like, our freaking target? He doesn't notice me? Like, on the opposite side? I guess not.
Besides, here the law allows us no reward. There's nothing to be got by the death of women, except our wives.
Ignore me. Ignore me. Oh yeah, and they try to introduce like a weird lock-picking system and... There we go. And no one notices this. Wee.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way. Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
We're so courteous. Time to get out of here.
Come, please! Over there! That man there! Seize him!
It must be him. Like, I love that you just randomly tackle some guy. It must be him. Stand aside, important person.
What are those men doing?
Yes, feel my importance.
Move! Peace friends, there is no danger! Imbecile!
Truly, I am an important person.
Where are you going?
Yes, he's the one. Get him.
I'm searching on here. You search down there. Very well. Find anyone, give a shout.
Move. Ah, ah.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Wow, that texture, those fingers, you can see the polygons.
Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes.
Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, we'll want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Sequence 1. A deadly performance. Full synchronization. I wish there was like some kind of like pause, like menu there I could stop on. Alright, so now we're at sea.
Some fresh air might do me good.
To the upper deck. Oh, I can run. Ah! Wrong way.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you be.
Oh, that burn.
Yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Hold B. That's parry stance. That's how you deflect. Okay. Ah!
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please.
I punched him so hard he's bleeding.
If the captain
To
sees
hell
us...
with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on anyway?
Yeah, so this is the change they did to the combat system. Muscle memory, very difficult here.
This is unwise. Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Boom!
Do you yield?
Never! How'd you like these odds?
Now we go through disarming. Give me that.
What's the meaning of this?
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
Well, that's not a knife.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
The door's glitching out.
Look, I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent. Good day.
And pecking order has been established. We shall return to the cabin to end our day. This ancient Chinese washer will tell me all the answers. I will now write over the text I have just written in my book. Yes, truly I am a freaking mastermind.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned.
I like that you can actually play dice and stuff here. If you really, really want to.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Herr Doctor.
Doctor, if you have a moment.
Have you taken it?
Oh, nothing like that. I was wondering if you'd heard any rumblings of trouble aboard.
What sort of trouble?
Unusual complaints or grievances? Men taking issue with the captain or
You
the
sound
passengers.
just like James. Like I told him, I've been much too busy with my research to notice anything not work-related.
And where might I find James?
The galley's your best bet. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Speak with James.
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Look for clues at the stern.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that?
Oh god.
Cargo overboard. But why?
Freaking Donkey Kong on our ship, throwing barrels over. Where are you, Donkey Kong?
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not like a decent piece. Ham and wine. Where's the stuff? Tinned fish and biscuits.
Curious. Most curious.
Well, that went nowhere. "33 days on this boat. This rickety wooden boat.
Any news? Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it.
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks!
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham. Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
This guy's so stupid. Holy crap. And you're dead.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right. All right. We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Oh look, we can rig a sail. Imagine that. Ropes glitching out. Whoa, don't know what happened there. Epic music for tying ropes. Most epic rope tying ever.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James, to the mainmast with you!
What am I doing? Oh, climbing. No! He zagged when I wanted him to zig. Let's try that again. Maybe he'll go the right way this time. Slowly. There we go. I'm a-coming. I'm gonna get you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And there are boats. There it goes. Moldy crackers, delicious. Meet the captain.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Climb the foremast. Oh, some of those rope textures. "42 minutes. 42 minutes, we get our title drop. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here and call it a part. This is taking way too long.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle it. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by...
Alright. Cool, Charles Lee. I have found him. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our main website, enthusiasts.com, for more great content. My name is Exelon. Adios.